On this, we're now joined by Texas Congressman Pete Sessions. Sir, good morning. Always nice to have you on. Let's talk about this. So the package now heading to Congress. What do you think will happen here?
Alex, we're not going to give up on Save America. We fully expect both bodies, the House and the Senate, to do the appropriate thing. And that is to make sure we pass Save America. But it also is important that we find that vehicle. And that vehicle would be this package that would help it through the Senate. So we're for it, we want it, we need it, but the American people want this and need it more than I think even our efforts to sell this. We've got to make sure we have secure elections, and the federal law is a basis of that.
I've had you on many times to discuss the Save America Act. Are you surprised with how difficult this has been to get through?
You know, Alex, by the way, I don't think I've been on enough. You think I've been on here too many times. I don't. I think I need to be on a lot more.
We'll have you on every day, sir.
Okay. Well, the American people need to understand that our friends that are Democrats had their own bill that allowed 16-year-olds to vote. That was one-day registration. All you have to do is show up. That it paid people to run for Congress and federal office with federal money. They think entirely differently. And unless we come in and put guardrails around American citizens voting, proper registration, it will the underpinning of the security of the ballot, which intends the outcome, will be lost. Have we sold that enough? We've got to sell a little bit more, at least in Maine and some other places.
Yeah.
We need to sell this understanding it's the underpinning of democracy that Democrats talk about like they own the democracy issue.
Well, and that's what's so funny is they always talk about the Trump administration basically burning democracy to the ground. And you guys are trying to secure it and secure these federal elections. And they are the one putting the guardrails up. They are the one putting the stop signs up. And all you guys are trying to push for free and fair elections. That is not a crazy idea to any American. But yesterday, sir, we have to move on. So the House passed a national security bill, 217 to 209, for the funding for the State Department. Of course, Save America Act will be merged into this before it's sent to the Senate. As we've just been talking about all morning long, sir, one way or another, the GOP is trying to find a way to slide this voting bill in. Is this the only path forward do you see for this?
Well, you understand enough about this, Alex. Reconciliation means it only takes 50 votes in the Senate. And so by doing this process, which you have to pass a budget, you have to pass these other matters, it's revenue only, it can then take precedent without going through cloture in the Senate. And the cloture is the hard part. And this is where the Senate does not want to go through, for whatever reason, they do not want to go through the deliberative process of bringing cots on the floor and saying, we're going to pass this. So we're trying to do the things to help Senator Thune. As long as we're doing the right thing for the right reason, this is making the sausage, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. Keep fighting. This is so unbelievably important. Before I let you go, I have to ask you about this. So in a very interesting turn of events, nearly half of House Democrats voted to cut off aid to Israel. It's seemingly underscoring what we're seeing as a seismic shift in political support for the longtime U.S. ally. What is your response to this?
Well, Alex, as we have seen for quite some time, the Democrats are in full fight. They're a fight between AOC, between their own leadership. There was even a split in their leadership against Jeffries, a move to vote against Israel. Not surprising. We've seen this for a long time. Let's not forget going back a full year ago, they had this same fight. It's simmering. It's happening. The Republican Party is solid behind Israel and our relationship, and the Democrats see it front and center.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't even asked you the word surprising, because honestly, nothing that they do at this point, sir, is even surprising to anyone. Congressman Pete Sessions, always enjoy having you on, sir. Thank you so much.